It's been a little long, so I felt I had to come on. Bullies bothering me. I'm always, I'm already in your head for you to step to me or mess with me. If I could be real with myself, I'd have to question if anything in this world is not is gonna things change, but it seems like there's a certain system until people really get what's happening and what's going on to make the said system change. One system is something that seems as natural as a trauma that you get. You know what I'm saying? Something as natural as the wind blowing is that people get bullied. There's an attraction to people being bullied. You know, and if you bully, of course you're gonna. If you get bullied, you're gonna of course bully, no matter how good of a person you believe yourself to be. You will indeed bully other people if you've been in the same situation. And the issue that I'm noticing with certain people too is that it doesn't always have to be physical or verbal. You know, there's a lot of ways, and of course now it's on the internet. So there's a bunch of ways for us to have an issue with let me make sure this thing is the sound is right. I can check it. See. Now I don't even know. It's on, but it's not connected. Well, see, we got to run it and just see if find out. We got to find out. It seems like something that's just gonna have to be here. And it seems as necessary as it is contradicting to have your child or any person, because it can clearly happen at any age, be put in a situation where they're not able to properly defend themselves, whether it be physical or mental or verbal, psychological. Because you ain't really gotta talk to a person to bully them. You ain't really. Sometimes bullying is silence. Sometimes you ain't gotta say nothing, and you can bully a person because of what actions you've taken beforehand to get you to a point to where you ain't got to say nothing to somebody, and you know that's eating them up. You know what I'm saying? It's taking them on a ride. If so being bullied seems like it's gonna be here to stay. It seems the best that we can do. And there's many forms of bullying. And I want to make sure that, people that are listening to this know that it stretches to any and every facet of what I mean when I say someone is taking up your space in a way that you didn't fathom, you can't handle, you didn't want, you don't want it no more. If it could stop instantly, like today, like this second, like right now, you would be the happiest you could possibly be, because you have no clue what to do, and you just want whatever thing that is attacking you, giving you some type of issues, pressure, whatever may have. It don't matter what it is, right? That person will continue to plow through you, whatever that may be. They will continue to find whatever avenues to continue. Because it's beautiful to know. Like, it's crazy because it's like, I now know, right, that you have some issue. Why would I not exploit it? The question is, what are you going to do about it? most people think like this, if not all people. Most people definitely think like this. It may be small scale, it may be, but the people think like this. To where, why can't I exploit you? You don't know that I'm doing it. You can't stop it. And the question is, when are you gonna grab yourself and do something about it? You know what I'm saying? When are you gonna take that leap to actually make a difference in your life? Because I'm cool with taking over your life, clearly. And so, like I said, it can be in any form. But the thing is, that to me, is that it's here to stay, no matter what the case may be. Like I said, the question is, what do you do about it? What measures do you take to get yourself out of these situations? I think one, though, no matter what the case may be, is that you are being bullied for an exact reason. This dude, this chick, this whomever ain't coming up, no matter age or background or whatever they, you know what I'm saying, this person sees something within you, outside of you. You know, they see something that you got that they want. And the best way that they can do it is either provoke you, take it from you, or belittle you and make you feel less than, or just attack you because they don't know how else, they can't use the psychological, they don't know how to get into your mental or your emotionals, they don't know how to, you know, talk to you to get you to do whatever, or, you know, whatever the case. And so they just hit you, you know what I'm saying? They just beat you up. But the beauty of it all is that, like I said, you know that it's some type of envy, jealousy, because the thing is most likely the reasons why you take on whatever is given to you because you're in lack. Now, when it comes to physical things, because everything else kind of bleeds into, you just need to, you know, figure out for yourself, get more strategies and tactics. But, I mean, technically physically too, but that's the thing, is that most people don't want to get in the gym or find things for themselves on the inside, you know, to where they can shape and transform themselves from the inside out, to where they can have better cardio, stronger body, you know, a better defense system mentally, or, you know, or, and then that thing bleeds into your daily habits, or, and then those daily habits turn into your body just being able to be at that level that pays automatically. It's automatic, right? But you got to be there every day for it. Most people aren't ready to do things like this. But if you were to put yourself in situations to get your mental right, get your physical right, like I said, mental's one thing, and it's a huge thing, but it's something about your physical not being there. Because most of the times when you're being bullied and it's a real situation, it's real direct. For certain individuals, I don't want to get into detail on what I mean, but I'm sure these certain individuals that don't want to go outside at night, that feel very unsafe by themselves, that, you know, things like this, they know, you know, and that's why whatever. But if you could get like I said, the mental's going to come first, but you got to know that you need to put yourself sometimes maybe through some physical things to get the mental. Meaning you got to take the actions, get the experience to know what to do with the mental. But if you can get yourself there and know for a fact that these people are just jealous, envious, whatever the case may be, most of the time you can just leave them alone anyway. And you also are in shape, you're mentally sharpened, you know, you have psychology over them because you've been through situations where you may have trained, sparred, you know, did some type of defense, learn gun training, learn knife training, learn something small, I don't care, little simple hand-to-hand combat, to where even if it's just trying to do Tai Chi, and it sounds like what, but at least you're grounding your spirit. At least you're finding, because all of those things matter. You can't just physical, you can't just mental, you can't. And if you take on all of these things because you know that you're being bullied, you don't know what to do, if you plan and take on any of these situations where you figure out how to get your mental right, most likely through training or some type of thing to where you can defend yourself, even if it's a speech class, you know what I'm saying? To where you could build the confidence that way. Whatever the case may be, most likely you're only going to dump on them more. You're only going to dunk it more over them, you know? full sack, over, ball, face, in, goal, boom. Because now, even though you may have had this one thing, and you think because you got a PhD, or because you did this one thing in school this one time, or even if you was in wrestling or whatever, and not even, but let's say you was just the best in your AP class or whatever. I still to this day don't even really know what that means. That type, you know what I'm saying? Like, you were the best in doing stuff in whatever thing you were doing, but you never incorporated. So now some dude's mad because you got some job or something, or some chick's upset because you got that business opportunity or promotion or whatever, and now you got this thing going on, and now it's this tizzy, and you don't know how to get yourself out of it. You got blood in your hands, you know what I'm saying? You're doing all kinds of stuff, and now you're in this whirlwind that this person put you in, and you don't know what to do next. If you can implement some type of skilled trait that is more self-defense in some way, I don't care if it's just jujitsu, I don't care if it's I don't care. Like I said, I don't care if you're just in the woods doing Tai Chi forever. At least, because it all matters on how to get the mental right, spiritual right, whatever the case may be, to be able to endure these people, even if you don't do anything, even if the silence is everything, and you realize enough through all the experiences you did, you realize you can't just be an electrician and this, that, and the third, that you actually have to go take some other classes and learn yourself. That's important too, just learning who you are, going get a reading, going, doing tarot cards, get a whatever the case. Once you get into that realm of understanding and overstanding and understanding what life is, those people kind of just melt away. And if you have to take it to that place because you did all the routes and they don't care that you went to your boss or you did what you need to do for yourself or whatever the case, and they still come at you, and they literally sometimes, like I said, physical, or you're in a situation where none of those factors mattered and they just rush you, and you gotta, in that instant, in that moment, take care of yourself. You at least have something. Confidence, because like it even gets to the point where you gotta know, well, at least I'm in a mental state to where if they are doing some physical harm to me, I'm in a better mental state than I was, 5 weeks ago, to where if somebody would have ran up on me, I would have just died. I would just passed out right then and there, done. You know what I'm saying? But at least I know how to block. I know how to move. I could take a shot. It kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Something to where at least your mind's a little bit stronger, to where you can step away from it. You defended yourself just enough, and now you can still function in life because you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that spar, fight, and do whatever. They get into a situation, it's traumatic, it's bad, it's crazy, oh my God. But there's so much more on a percentage scale of being cool with it all than most. You get it? So it's like, at least you'll have something. If it's just, even, like I said, even if it's just a verbal match or some psychological game, you'll have something. You took some psych classes, or you at least did some stuff on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? But if you know for a fact, like I said, these people are jealous of you. These people have they see something within you and they want it. And you have no ideas how to defend it spiritually, mentally, whatever the case, emotionally. Taking those steps to find, like I said, classes, speech, you can do anything that gets you in the mindset of what this person may be coming up with. Most likely, like I said, I would recommend therapy. But therapy is not really an experience. Therapy is talking about experiences, and it doesn't really get you, to that point to where I need to just go experience to see, I'm just holding myself back. I'm just, whatever the case may be. Not saying don't do it. I don't advocate for it, but I'm not saying, but if you need to, go for it. If you feel like you got to talk to somebody that's just going to tell you to go do something for yourself anyway, do that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, but I'm saying you go take a class and go do something to where, you know what I'm saying, for a fact that you can do most things for yourself because you've done enough inner work. Because it's way more important to do inner work, learn your inner self, and that'll be the catalyst to continue to do other things that'll keep you, now I can go to this branch of this thing because I know now that I like to do this stuff, and you know what I'm saying, it just makes a little more sense. You know what I mean? But like I said, if you know that they're jealous, if you know for a fact that they just, it's silence, once you don't give them the credit, they'll most likely try to do a little more. But you know what I'm saying, it's if you can, like I said, ride the wave because you know people are gonna be people every day. That's really more the thing about it. It's like, you know, somebody's gonna come at you. You know somebody's gonna say something and talk about how you dressed that day, and you know what they don't like about you or what you could do better. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have somebody gonna always do that, and you gotta have that mental fortitude to be, you know what I'm saying, whatever. You know, that mental fluidity. You know what I'm saying? What does it mean to you? Is it that serious? That's what you need to do? Bully me? You know what I'm saying? How does that make you feel, bro? You know, simple. You know, just ask questions or not deal. You know what I'm saying? These people are confused about life to where they think that you're a bad person, that you're not. That they need to take their precious energy and put it into you. Negative or positive, they feel they need to put it into you for some reason. You gotta feel pretty good about that alone, that you got some type of energy, unless that, you know what I'm saying, you just being, you know, parasited on or something, and that's a little different. But I'm saying, if you got your life together, if you know you got some type of strength within you, and it's not just you being taken over by somebody, but they're around and you think you're doing something and you ain't really doing much of nothing. You know what I'm saying? But if you can be aware of these things, I guarantee you life will be just a little bit easier, a little bit, because it's like, that's the deal about this video for me, is you can't stop bullies. You can only mitigate what they can, you know, what they attempt to do to you, and most likely not let it stress you as much as possible. I mean, literally, like I said, if you're doing your shadow work and your inner work, it's about as simple as it gets. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Word.